Hi everyone! Today we talk a little bit about the left hand. I find that my left hand in my playing is always a little bit behind in technique, agility and speed compared to the right one. Let me know if you also find your left hand doesn't work as smoothly as the right one. I'm left-handed in life, so I should be advantaged because I use my left hand much more than my right one. But with the harp, no, my right hand is actually more agile than my left hand. And I thought the first reason is because the right hand is supported by the soundboard. So actually, it has a little bit of help, while the left hand has to play everything on the air, carrying the whole weight of the arm. So I think this is one of the reasons why the left hand is slower in general. Second reason, I think it's because in all our studies and exercises and pieces of music, the right hand has a lot more to do than the left hand. All arpeggi and melodies and scales, we tend to practice more the right hand. So please don't forget to practice the left hand. The practice actually makes the difference. The more you struggle, the more you should practice what you struggle. Third reason, it really does help if you sit higher. I mentioned already in my video, Man and the Harp, I link it below. I found that if my hand is higher than my shoulder, it's so much harder to play than the contrary. So you actually struggle less if your hand is lower than your shoulder. One of the most major mistakes that I see in master classes is that the left hand, especially by playing the fourth finger, tends to help with the wrist, this kind of movement. And a lot of people do it. They compensate the lack of strength from here that the fingers should have with this kind of movement of the wrist. And that's really a bad habit because it doesn't actually allow you to go fast. So have a look at this Tarantella that I'm arranging at the moment, so soon you can play it as well. And you see that for this kind of movement, you need such a fast left hand that you don't have time to do this kind of movement. My advice is, in general, practice more the left hand than the right hand, because left hand has always less to do. Usually it's jumps or arpeggio, but much less virtuosi than the right hand. So practice it more, exactly what you would do with your right hand, copy it for the left hand. Then make it harder. For example, this passage of the Tarantella that I've been playing here, play it an octave lower, so that the strings are more big and tense and you struggle more, so you'll be able to go faster in the real octave. Practice everything loud. I really think if you practice your scales and arpeggio quite strongly, you develop the muscles and you develop the strength to have a good sound. And then afterwards, you can adjust the sound and you can balance it depending what you're playing. But if you always practice very light, you will never have a big and strong sound, and your left hand will be always behind the right hand. Also because here the harp resonates a lot. So to compensate here, you have to have a strong left hand. And don't forget that music starts with the bass. We are actually so lucky to have a polyphonic instrument. I would never play the flute or the violin or the oboe, clarinet. Yeah, very nice instruments, but you cannot accompany yourself. You cannot create harmonies on your own. So let's enjoy the left hand. Let's play it loud. All these basses with a lot of fat and a lot of sound. Wow, fantastic. Let me know your thoughts about the left hand and your experience. And I'll see you in my left video. No, I'll see you in my next video. Ciao!
Thank you for subscribing.